Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Nigeria, Zambia. What a clash we have for you for this enthralling TotalEnergies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2026. This is going to be electrifyingly interesting for so many different reasons. But the Al Madina Stadium and here in Rabat is where this clash is taking place. Nigeria, they lost in their opener against Malawi 3-2, and they come up against Zambia, who crushed Egypt 6-0. So this is now a do-or-die scenario for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They've never lost to a debutant team like Malawi in the entire tournaments that they played. The 10-time champions, an extraordinary scenario. It basically tells you that they've got to just really enter the fray and put together a massive game against the Copper Queens, who are not here to make up the numbers. They're here for business. This is going to be a colossal showdown between the Super Falcons and, of course, the Copper Queens of Zambia here. And it's Group C, and it's match day 2. Conditions are absolutely ideal. The football is going to be off the charts. Nigeria and Asisat Oshuola, or will it be Barbara Banda and her band of winning players who are going to make their mark out here today? Your guess is as good as mine, but a backlash from Nigeria is expected. Zambia, business as normal, with Barbara Banda leading from the front. Two teams coming out now onto the pitch. Look at this. This is going to be enthralling. We are expecting a massive battle here. And we know that victory for Zambia and Malawi's 3-1 victory over Egypt earlier would basically mean that they'd be moving through and Nigeria wouldn't be able to qualify. Just understand, what that actually means. No one ever thought that Nigeria would be in this position. So there is pressure on Nigeria today. And of course, Zambia coming out and feeling as though they can do what they managed to do in the quarterfinals in the last edition here in Morocco, when they managed to beat the Super Falcons 5-0. But I think that Nigeria will step into this game and try and produce a stellar performance. Pretty much guaranteed. It basically teased this clash up as something very special. Time now for the two national anthems. exciting times as the two national anthems have been completed. Now we are looking at the business of a match that's going to be so important. So many star players, you know, in these two teams. It really is going to be absolutely fascinating to see what happens out here today. I think we're guaranteed goals because we've got wonderful football players who are capable of scoring goals in a big way. Barbara Banda scored 4 already. Let's take a look at the Nigerian setup. Nadozi is the goalkeeper from Brighton, and Imran Demehen, O'Halley of Nottingham Forest, and Alozi at right back, Christy Ochibi and Echikini and Abiodun, with Uchenna Kanu on the left-hand side. The Al Hilal striker, Asisat Oshuala, will be leading up front, and the captain, Ajibade, is going to be out on the right wing. Justin Madugu is the man in charge. And the match officials, Josephina Wanjiku of Kenya, Tabara Moji of Senegal, Elizabeth Bujarage, and where we have the VAR officials, Salima Mukansanga of Rwanda. And the Zambia lineup here for Nora Putle. We've got Nali in goal, Nachula Maruba, Murimba, Belemu, 4 defenders at the back with Chilishe Chandalungu, and then Kundu Nanji out on the left side, the Bay FC player, and of course Barbara Banda with her 4 goals already, looking to try and build on that with Chilufia on the right-hand side. The stadium looks absolutely fantastic, and we're very excited to see exactly what happens. Jibeda and the Barbara Banda being the captains of these two nations. Nigeria up against Zambia. Guaranteed fireworks out here, and a revenge scenario for Nigeria, who got demolished 5-0 in the quarterfinals in 2025. That in itself tells you that this is going to be a fascinating showdown in Group C. Two giants with only 2 places in Group C, and Malawi have now managed to 2 straight wins. It's going to be such an extraordinary storyline. Heavily criticised, of course, following the loss against Malawi in their opener. Justin Madugu knows how dangerous this situation is. Of course, he says, I know what we're doing. We'll put the first match behind us. The atmosphere in the group is very good. Looking ahead to Zambia, and people have the right to ask questions why we lost. Here we go then, time to get the ball rolling here. The Copper Queens playing in Copper, of course, with the Super Falcons. Look at Barbara Banda already racing now to connect with that ball down there on the right-hand side, just as on the edge of the penalty box, and ball going into the goalkeeper's hands. Going to be a throw it over on that far side for Nigeria. And Nigeria just in possession here. Of course, the teams getting through to the semi-finals of this WAFCON will qualify for the FIFA World Cup in 2027 in Brazil. So much that you want to do out here. Justin Ogudu is the man here who's looking very, very stern and focused, because he knows just how important it is to get the right results here. Nigeria pushing forward and on the attack. taken once again. And so Michel Alozi will be sending the throw-in in. There'll be battles for every ball on the pitch. Comes back to the defensive backbone of this Nigerian team, of course, Ohali and Demehin, but they've lost possession. And this is the quick, zippy action here. Barbara Banda trying to get the ball into the penalty box. She does that indeed. There's far too much traffic in the penalty box for them to link up and try and find an opportunity to get a shot in. Banda working her magic down the right-hand side, but of course, when you see Nanji of AFC, there's Nora Hukle of the head coach of the Zambia team. And Zambia with a free kick on the right side. Grace Chanda plays her football in Mexico. They've got a very strong women's league over in Mexico. She runs out for Querétaro, 29 years of age. Chanda's high ball, trying to pick out a teammate. Far post, there's a player loose and a chance the ball comes back over. It's just not into the feet of Kunananji, but they do regain possession. I like what the Copper Queens do. They like to pass the ball around. Here's Kunananji trying to sneak the ball through. It's booted away by Manuba, but by Demehin, sorry, and Banda trying to get her away, but it's good work from Nottingham Forest centre back O'Hale. Calmly with Maluba, passing the ball over comfortably. Chileshi. Belamu going to find a way into the midfield. Strong assertive challenge there and good control at the back. He picks up. That's a nice little ball over the top. Now danger lurking. Oh, Oshawala. Oshawala is the touch. Has it gone too far? I think it's gone too far. Yes, it has. Now he bounces. And the last touch was not the best one. She knows it. And a sting on the right hand, of course, following the challenge. It's maybe a little kick in the boot, but Manuba goes across to more praise on Nali. And they will get the medics to come on. Zesco and Dola girls team. That was the race forward, and of course Oshiwala, that touch there just a little bit too much. And the ball is moving quite quickly, of course, on this surface here. And a little bit of treatment there, just a little bit of the magic spray probably, just to get things sorted. But you understand just how quick, as you said, Oshiwala is. You understand just how deadly she can be. She moves with such panache. She's strong. She gets into those dangerous positions, and then afterwards you just know how what she's capable of doing. Ball down to the left-hand side, a little bit of space outside of the boot. It goes down to Oshiwala. Oshiwala collects. Can she get past her marker? No. Defense is strong, nicely dealt with at the back there. That was important for Maluba. There's the long ball. It's gone up towards Banda. Banda, there's a bit of a wrestling match taking place there. It'll go Banda's way, but you can see that Demehin was very much all over her. She's been told that she needs to calm it down a little bit, but Oluwatosin Demehin, the 23-year-old, plays the football in Turkey, and you know you've got to be really strong to be able to deal with the defenses and the forwards in Turkey. A very physical league. She plays for Galatasaray. Chanda will take this. It's a very similar position to the previous free kick, and that puts Zambia in a good position. They've got to be tight around every single player. There's not one player who's not dangerous up front here, who's come up, of course, from the back as well. Winba has come up as well. It's Chanda. Chanda with the delivery. High over the top. Anybody going to get on the edge of it? Well, the answer to that is no. It's diffused. Back across. A searching ball to try and pick out Chanda. And the control just knocking it a little bit too far forward there. Rafiat Imran. This midfield battle is going to be very exciting indeed. It already is. 7.5 minutes in. They've left her on her own. You can't do that. There's the goal. Nigeria take the lead. And what a mistake in the back. She scores every time. Asizat Oshuala has the Super Falcons a 1-0 lead. Nigeria go ahead. You cannot do that at the back. Communication breakdown from Zambia. Well, this was the moment that the ball was pitched in the midfield. The long ball goes up. She's got pace. She races through. She doesn't expect to get hold of that. It takes a straight bounce, doesn't it? But that bounce helps her out because Nally doesn't come out of the defence. They don't react. First time it doesn't happen, but with a rebound coming off her right knee, and then it just bobbles over the line to offer Nigeria a 1-0 lead.
Now look, that's good.
Well, 8 minutes in, and it couldn't have started better for Nigeria. And the battle between Oshuala and Banda is about to get quite exciting out here. It will be. It's not just about bragging rights, it's also about getting the result and winning back the support of the fans who, of course, who watched them lose against Malawi, who by all means played fantastically, but they didn't manage to get the win. They didn't get a draw, and that's obviously damaged them. So the Super Falcons, they have their feathers plucked a little bit. Now they've got to try and grow their plumage once again and get themselves back in a very positive place. That goal there from Oshuala has helped. Chanda's free kick. A little bit of contact, it goes over the back, and it's going to be tidied up there quite comfortably. That's going to be a free kick against the Copper Queens. And Oshuala's down on the ground. No, it's Ajibad, the captain, not in a great place. There you go, getting tangled up completely as Ajibad, the captain. That was Oshuala was down as well. Anyway, free kick for Nigeria. Coaches, mind games, not just yet. Well, I mean, of course they are. They're going through all of the tactical moves and what they've seen in the first 10 minutes. You can only understand that I hope they will not be too happy with what she's seen in terms of that defensive blemish that enabled Nigeria's most dangerous forward to pounce on a ball that was basically should have been cleared. This work in midfield from Chigini goes out to the right-hand side. And That's going to go out for a corner. Smart move there from Nigeria. Once again, she knows what she's doing. It's the set of Shuala. Jibad with the corner once the referee is happy to give them the green light. Rashida Ajibade. Oh, we thought we'd see some acrobatic action there. Just went flying right over the top. Kichikini losing possession. It's going to be a throw-in for Zambia. And taken by Nachula. Just coming from behind and causing the foul there, Chilufya. Understood what she was trying to do, but the Angel City player based in the United States getting a free kick going against her. Spreading the ball nicely. So the attempt by Prisha Chilufya to try and backheel that was a good idea. Just didn't connect. And Wafiari Moran in position to just pick up the ball and take the throw in here. A little bit of a late challenge there, and you can see it's going to be a free kick. She just took the contact there, Abiodun. Very visible with the replay. There she is, the Swiss coach, been in charge of the Zambia national team since early January 2025, former defender with St. Gallen in Switzerland. Also for BSC YB, Frauen and the ladies team. She's got a great mentality. It's all right. Zambia never play for a draw. We play for a win. We play. Team plays to get the results. At the moment, the midfield is very much in command, and it's all about all the players in green. Here's Zambia on the attack down the left-hand side. There's a good searching ball there to Banda. Banda, see what she can do. There's the control, keeps it away from the Nigerian defence, but 3-4 players, too much traffic, and afterwards you can see what happens. Shuala looking for the ball, it's gone a little bit too far, and Nali collects at the back. But you can understand it. The quick counter for Nigeria, the moment the Copper Queens push forward, is going to be an option for them too. Don't think that was the right pass. Saw that Chilufya was lingering it down the right side. She wasn't really in a good position, ready to pounce on on a long ball, a diagonal pass. But at the other end, you can see Oshuala. She's battling absolutely everything. Brought down firmly by Aurora Cheleshi. Yellow card. Well, there's been quite a few strong challenges. The 26-year-old Ndeni Rose's player coming in from behind. That's just that's not even clumsy. That's just a reckless challenge from behind. Margaret Aurora Cheleshi gets the yellow. And a free kick for Jibadi. There's Saint-Germain player, midfielder. Referee says, well, let's get this ball rolling. Here he is. Here is the free kick coming away. He's gone straight towards goal. But it's been picked up there by Nally, despite the pressure coming her way. It's really good fighting, but excellent play there from Ajibade. And through the middle they go once again. Oh, that's brilliant. It's found the way through. She plays going for the same ball. It's been picked up by Kanu. Kanu bides her time, waits for a little bit of support, pulls it back. And finally, to Abiodun, calmly, just using Rofiat Imoda. You can hear Barbara Banner, she's calling for that. She wants the ball a little bit quicker. You get it to her a little bit quicker, and you know that there's so many more options. That was the free kick that was whipped in. An excellent challenge there, I must admit, coming from Etchigin on Nally, but she still dealt with it very well, the goalkeeper for Zambia. Zesco Ndola, girls goalkeeper at 28 years of age. Zesco being one of the top teams, of course, in Zambia. Right for a goal kick. Long searching ball going a little bit too far. Going through the middle, Nigeria. There's options out to the left-hand side. If they change, there's a runner going through. It's gone too far. 20 minutes in, you can see who scored the goal. It is no one else but Sisat Oshuala, the Al Hilal centre forward based in Saudi Arabia. A massive boost from the CAF president and the African Football Confederation, of course, in terms of prize money, $5.8 million now for the, which is a massive increase, of course, and the champions get $2 million US, which is double from the last edition, and the runner-up $750,000 US. In fact, all 16 teams will get $150,000 US each, up from 125,000. Just gives you an idea of, you know, what is happening in terms of development and how women's football is. Oh, that's a free kick, that is. And it's in a very good position. A little bit careful there. Wimba just went around and made a little bit of contact with Rashida Ajibade. And kept it just going down. There you go, that left leg going up. It was just enough to disable Ajibade. That means that there's danger now for the Zambian defence, and especially Hazel Nali in goal. Morocco and Malawi have got maximum points from their groups, from Group A and Group C so far. Morocco edging Algeria to make it 2 wins from 2 in Group A. Danger is looking. 4 players in the wall. Shot comes in, it's straight at the goalkeeper there and dealt with by Nali. So they've regained possession. I think there is a little bit of contact. It's going to be a free kick for Zambia just in the penalty box. I think the foul on the goalkeeper. Let's have a look at this again. Christy Uchibi fires it in. Nigeria just one of 3 teams that have actually won the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. In the 13 editions that we've actually, the 12 editions that we've actually seen played out. Only Equatorial Guinea back in 2008 and South Africa in 2022 have actually won. That's a good through ball there. It's slightly overcooked for Banda to just latch race onto. Yeah, I think you just got to clear it when you've got Oshwani who's just breathing down your neck. Clear it as quickly as possible. If you don't, you know that you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Chilishe was the player who had to come to the fore and just smash it out of bounds. Long throw into the penalty box. There's the header. It falls back. Who's going to try and pick that up? Well, that's loss of possession there and a chance here. Kudananji gets the ball to Banda. And Banda goes down on the edge of the penalty box. Foul committed. Excellent opportunity. Demahin responsible for hauling it down. So difficult to deal with Banda when she starts moving into those positions. Well, this is a moment. That was the through ball onside position. Look at the arm. There you go. There's the pulling and Banda falling on at the ball. So look at this position here. This is perfect for Zambia to try and hit back. And, down by a goal from Oshuala. Kunonaji, AFC. plenty of copper queens in the penalty box. Let's see where this is going to go. As the referee is happy, she'll blow the whistle. A lot of discussions taking place. And TotalEnergies itching to get this ball rolling. Former Madrid player. She also played for Eibar, and Denny Rose is back home, now at Bay FC. On the Olympic team as well in 2020. Oh, surely the whistle's going to get blown sooner rather than later. Oh, checking for a possible red card here. Well, this is going to be detrimental. It could be a major issue. Oluwatosin Demahin picked up a yellow. After bringing down Barbara Banda, the question is, where does it go from here? Is she going to go across and take a closer look at what happened? Would change things around, it would turn the tables. And we saw a red card given to Malawi in the second half against Egypt, but they still managed to hold on, but they did concede a goal to Egypt in that 3-1 victory. But to lose a player in the first half when we're barely into the 30th minute would be a massive blow. So they are continue the check. We wait patiently to see what the end result is going to be. Rabat, there's all sorts of chaotic scenarios up front. Give her the ball, give her space. She delivers, but she also attracts so much attention. She'll get a lot of players trying to bring her down, trying to hold her. So if she manages to continue to do that within this Nigerian defense, then they will have some serious issues. Oh, she's going to go to the screen and take a closer look. Interesting. So that was what happened. Last defender, of course. Josephine Wanjiku of Kenya. I mean, this contact, you can see that right arm, she's trying to get in there, but Banda's intelligently leaning into her, so she's making it quite complicated for Dunahan to deal with that. Afterwards, we also need to check to see if she's in offside position or not. Barbara Banda coming over, just for a little bit of water. She's coming over to the bench momentarily. So close, isn't it? What's the final verdict? No penalty. No yellow card. And it's an offside call. And there it is. Wow. And things can turn around radically once they take a closer look. VAR coming to the rescue there for Nigeria. Although it was only deemed as a free kick. So in fact, what happens there is that the referee will immediately take a look at the scenario and see whether or not it was offside or not, of course, and look at the infringement and then find out exactly where you go from there. But if there is offside, of course, it just gets completely erased. But another incident over on the far side. Bandu's claiming to be fouled, and she's down on the ground, putting her arms up in the air, holding, coming from a little bit of both, I think. But they definitely marked her out, haven't they? Well, that is making life fairly complicated for Banda. Won't go down well for Nora Woodley, the Swiss coach, who I know that she's a key player, but Banda knows exactly what she's doing. And the Orlando Pride player who's just been smashing records for go-go in the States, of course. A free kick, and a free kick for Nigeria now, with Oshuala, who's down on the ground. And player needs to be careful is Chilishe. That's very clumsy. That was so late. The ball was miles away at that point. Nigeria, sneaky ball down towards the byline, comes right across, it's low, it's gone underneath the defender and straight to the hands of Nally, Hazel Nally. Bounced over the top, collected here. This is it, Chilufia down the left-hand side, striding forward, but how about that, some fabulous defensive work there coming from Echigini. Still in possession. The through ball's not the right one. Good idea, little Chibi. Unable to slot that ball through to goal scorer for Nigeria. It's another hauling down of a player, and it's another time the Banda goes down. It's happened so many times, she's getting very annoyed. There's the yellow card, because that's justified, I think. Well, she finally gets her yellow, doesn't she? Free kick quite far out. Copper Queens looking for an equaliser. Grace Chanda. So much time is being spent trying to restore order for the set pieces. This is definitely chapter 2 of this ongoing saga that we've seen between these two teams. Nigeria, Zambia quarterfinals from last year. You can see Justin Ugudu knows how important it is to try and get a goal back and get a win here today for Nigeria. And straight to the screen once again. And this is turning into quite a scenario. Extra drama. Well, let's have a look at that again. That's the challenge. Well, honestly, she's the last player. She's in trouble. This is a similar scenario, but this time she's not offside. Barbara Banda with the same 2 players. But she's definitely gone for Banda. There's no doubt about it. Any mitigating factors regarding Banda who's holding Demahin? She's been marked out of the game. That's what we expected. I mean, with such a... There you go, that's what you've got to look at there, I think. I think she's going to get a red. No, just a yellow. No, I don't know. She's going to get the red out. The yellow's been, it's a red card. She has been given the red. Marching orders for Oluwatosin Demahin. And he's had the worst possible upgrade you can have from yellow to red. She was clearly all over Barbara Banda. And that is just fed some energy into the Zambian supporters here. With Demahin going off after 39 minutes. We thought maybe it would potentially come earlier on, but the offside call just meant that it was scrapped. But on that occasion, there's no offside, and there's clear intent on trying to take out Banda, who's got so much pace. Anyway, the free kick's been taken. Let's get back to the action. And a scenario that, well, we expect this. They have to be very, very careful now. They've lost their centre-back. Who's going to come down and replace? Maybe Christy Uchibi or Abiodun. I think it's Uchibi who's gone back into that centre-back position. Extra player for 55 minutes, or 50 minutes at least, probably more. And it's going to be a goal kick. Fabulous stadium, Morocco, hosting major competitions over the last couple of years. Great challenge. The intervention was spot on. Nigeria with a throw-in down in the corner and a chance to try and trigger something with Michelle Alozi. Banner on the attack. Oh, she's looking for something extra there. She's not going to get it. The Nigerian defence. Oh, he gave the ball away. That is a mistake. They're just running into a little bit of trouble. Picked up once again. There's the through ball there to Oswala. She goes racing forward. And a strong challenge, but she does get a big whack to the leg there. Back up on her feet, strong as can be, Muimba. It's another interesting battle. We've got to keep an eye on that one as well. Corner. And Nigeria quite happy, just taking as much time as possible to take their set pieces. Using up time, frustrating Zambia, who do have an extra player on the pitch, but know that to break down Nigeria, they've got to continue to frustrate them. Rashida Ajibade. Is the high ball far post? Nicely taken there by Hazel Nali. Rolls the ball out quickly. That's a great ball. Ah, the touch just wasn't there. 3-on-1, but they finally clear it. That's good work from Nadozi at the back, the Brighton and Hove Albion player. Another free kick. Fiery encounter. And another yellow card that comes out. Captain this time, Rashida Ajibade. Margot Belemo racing away quickly. Grace Chanda. Right, goes high. It's just there's unable to hold it. That was there for the taking, but Mbuzi does okay finally. Seven minutes of added time at the end of this first half. There's the acceleration. Showed too much of the ball. Oshuala's racing towards that. She's picked that up as well. That's wonderful cover work. Otherwise, Oshuala would have been there, racing off with the ball at her feet. And Machula of GBWFC, 40 years of age. Nigeria with another throw-in. Nigerian fans will think they see a comeback to form here against the Copper Queens. It's been picked up back out to the right-hand side. Another chance for a cross. It gets knocked off. Nachula goes out for another corner. And more pressure here for Zambia, who won't want to concede a second goal going into the break. Nigeria, 1 goal at lead, but the centre-back who's been sent off. 6 minutes before the end of the first half. High ball, far post. That wasn't a bad header that was driven in. There's a bit of contact following the header. That's the reason why she is down on the ground. And look at that, she goes straight into the back. There you go, that's the crash onto the shoulder. Sinachi Ohale, a 34-year-old Pachuca player based in Mexico. Captain takes the corner. Poorly net header. View is a little bit blocked. That was the goal. And that's the only goal of the first half. They're giving the ball away. Clearance. Firmly done. Barbara Baxter picks it up every time. What options? Cutting inside. She's going to put it on her left foot. No, she's going to try and dance her way through. The straggling leg caught the Nigerian players down on the ground. She's not in a great place. It's Ohale again in the wars. She skips over. Watch this. There's the attempt. Oh, it's on the foot. That's the head. And the boot hitting the head. Can be quite nasty. She's reeling around in pain. Hopefully there's no blood or anything, and she's going to be back up on her feet in no time. There she is, Oshuala. A little bit of luck. Great save there from Nali, but she couldn't do anything but block the ball and have it come back off the thigh and bobbles over the line. Nigeria, Super Falcons, lifted by one of their star players, Asira Oshuala. Well, we expected a fiery encounter. I think that was pretty much on the cards, just knowing exactly, what happened last year and what is at stake here. It's most definitely turned into a clash where both teams will be looking to try and get one over each other, go into those challenges firm, try and provoke a reaction. There's a lot of sneaky tactical moves that can be implemented. That they can get the upper hand, maybe have an extra player on the pitch, but that was the moment that the follow through. So first of all, it's the ankle, then now the studs and the boot from Banda just grazing the head of Ohale. Sinachi Ohale. Approaching the 7th minute now of added time. And again, the challenge is going in thick and fast. There's another yellow card offence. What came up? Or is it going to? It's going to come out, I think. Lungu's going to be guilty and will pick up the yellow, I think. Unless it's just the magic white spray to get the marker. Put it down. The yellow card back in the pocket. Actually did pick up the yellow. High ball lofted, edge of the area. Collected once again by the Copper Queens. Bandler can't get hold of that. I wonder if that's going to be it. We're at 8 minutes. So 1 minute past the 7. We'll have a throw in. It will be taken by Imran. Well, there's the half-time whistle. What a feisty affair. Nigeria have the lead. With Zambia have an extra player on the pitch going into the entire second half. There's only one player that we can talk about for Nigeria who has made her mark, and that is Asisano Shuala. An important goal, a goal that came from defensive frailties at the back for Zambia. In the 8th minute, it's Nigeria 1, Zambia 0. Zambia with an extra player on the pitch for the second half, following the red card that was shown to Oluwatosin Demi. The Barbara Banda has been a handful on the pitch for the Nigerian defence, drawing the red card. What can she do in the second half? Can she build on the goals, the 4 goals that she managed to pick up in the 6-0 win over Egypt? Or will it all be about the Super Falcons who, well, if they lose, they will not be going through to the quarterfinals. But if they win, they've got a fighting chance, of course, because they'll be level with Zambia. Malawi with 2 wins, 6 points. And Egypt at the bottom without a point. Pass that back. I bet you can't do that again.
Being your best is a daily commitment. Many dream about it, but only few walk towards it. Amstel Motor. Be your best.
Welcome to the Wonder Diamonds from Zurich, Switzerland. Ready for a big one here. He's moving forward.
Before we launch into the action,
Don't forget to watch the 822 on. More Masters history.
it's the heart, the mentality, no limits, absolute madness.
It's the story of the tennis season.
Catch the WT live on Super Sport.
So get ready. You're about to witness greatness, not just greatness, but the greatest.
Welcome to the garden. Truly was simply extraordinary.
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
The never-ending tour, only on your World of Champions.
Supersport amplifies the action this August as the MTN8 returns to raise the local stakes.
It is a superb goal. Wonderful football.
Europe's finest battle for early season silverware. Cardiff hosts another classic showdown. The grueling race for red sweeps across Spain.
And Vingegaard starts his assault.
Rugby's giants kick off their hotly anticipated contest. And the Big Apple braces for 2 weeks of Grand Slam greatness. All this and so much more, only on your World of Champions.
These are the stories the sport doesn't show. The moments between the moments. The pressure and the play. The drama that turns results into journeys and series into songs. But then everything changed. Nothing can be. You saw the moment. This is everything that made it possible. That's what makes us grow and push again. Features on Supersport, a selection of sport's greatest stories told through a new lens.
Well, a very good evening to you and yours. Welcome to match day 2 in the Group B of the Total CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations 2026 edition. Yes, we are coming to you live from the electric atmosphere of the Malai Rajat Stadium in Casablanca, Morocco. That is where we are. Yes, I tell you one thing about tonight is that the stakes couldn't simply be higher. Kayla's smart start right in between the stakes for this encounter. It's a back four of Tamini Mbane as well as Makama and Maponya looking to fire up at front. Matala and Kamete together with Refile Jana are in the middle of the park. The firepower up front will come from Magia, will also come from Tembi Khatbani. This is how Cote d'Ivoire lines up. If it's not Brelken, don't change it. Diaki keeps a place right in between the stakes. It's a back three of Yapo and Miriam Diakite that look to start. Expect pace from Eloy, expect pace from also Seri, and stability in that middle of the park from Fofana and Diakite. Right up. Good movement now from Uedrago. Just while dancing around the defense. Good opportunity. Should have done better. Should have really done better there. Zamini. Whips up to the far post. Diakite comes out. Doesn't collect in lead. And the defense pressing to help her out. Now, a good opportunity to come out for Cote d'Ivoire. Forward, they come. But can't just possess. They're looking dangerous. And they do. Schwarzer. It's Grace Seed, the 18-year-old, that opens the scoring. On transition, they did it and did it well. Didn't press too much at the start of the game, but they knew exactly what to do. Swat time. Delivering by Zamini. Hit up by Kamete. Just couldn't really control it. Hit the correct direction. And just failed in elevation. Fair enough, the assistant referee will wait for the player that's in an offside position. Will wait for the play to conclude before. Swat offering and again, gets you It's a brace, it's a beauty. Schwarzer for the second time. Siri extends the lead, and with that extension comes comfort for Ivory Coast. South Africa made to pay for their own errors. Punished and emphatically so. Coach Des USA Ellis facing down the barrel of defeat. Since taking over, she has never not made it out of the group stages. This will be the first. Looking to feed it to Kakani. Oh, keeper did well there. Came off the line timelessly, so made herself bigger. Now lovely ball played into the space. Opportunity here. Oh, keeper takes it down the throat as Diakete swallows it out. Now, beg your pardon, she's been in the pitch. We'll just confirm the subs now. Good opportunity with Drago providing 2 assists. Can she? No. Can't get her own. Hazard currently running into space. Can Kakane locate her? Ramalebe on the turn. Donnelly. Oh, put it up well on her chest. Just needed to turn. Looking good for South Africa, Janet. Knocking on that door. Can they be able to break it down? Kakane on the lines. Back it. They pull one back. Take the Kakane. Giving Desley Ellis his church's hope. It's game on. It's game on. There's everything to play for. Clinical from Tembi Khajane. Is there still time for another attack from South Africa? Referee hasn't blown for 4 times. Swat sends it forwards. Matao look to try and keep it in the attacking deck. Flip it up. Shwaka! They find the breakthrough, they equalize! Coming from 2 goals down to leveling out! South Africa back in it! 2-2, Hilda Mackay! It's South Africa 2, Cote d'Ivoire 2. 2 goals on each of the half. Down back. I bet you can't do that again.
Being your best is a daily commitment. Many dream about it, but only few walk towards it. Amstel Motor. Be your best.
For 22 years, the old Arsenal artillery has lain silent and dormant. But the fuse is about to go boom!
Supersport amplifies the action this August. Europe's finest battle for early season silverware. Only on your World of Champions.
You think you know Formula 1? Think again. Everything is changing. New cars, new power, new teams. A new destination. A new generation. We live and breathe every lap. Anything can happen. And usually does. No favorites, no guarantees, no limits. You think you know Formula 1?
Broadcast proudly brought to you by Batika, home of champions. And Heineken, fans have more fans.
Supersport amplifies the action this August. The Big Apple braces for 2 weeks of Grand Slam greatness. Only on your World of Champions.
Let's go! Here we go.
before we launch into the action.
So together we want to educate you on more Masters history.
It's the heart, the mentality, no limits, absolute madness.
It's the story of the tennis season.
Catch the WT live on Super Sport.
So get ready. You're about to witness greatness. Not just greatness, but the greatest. Greatest. Greatest.
Welcome to the Apple.
Truly phenomenal. It's simply extraordinary. Have you ever seen anything like it?
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Super Sport.
The never-ending twerk, only on your World of Champions.
Last minute adjustments ahead of the second half. How important is this second half going to be for these two teams, especially for Nigeria? Now they've got a goal. That's something. As we see Chilishe, who's on a yellow card, change with Piri coming on. So they'll need everybody for their final game, Zambia, of course. So that's one of the reasons why they're making the change. And with Piri coming on, it's not going to be a problem. Zesco, United midfielder, very strong and sturdy, very capable of creating and defending as well in that midfield, the 23-year-old. The goal scored by Cesaro Shuala in the 8th minute to offer Nigeria the lead. But they've lost Oluwatosin Demihin to a red card. So 11 against 10. And with Zambia hoping that they could just take full advantage of Barbara Banda's physical presence, technical dexterity up front, but also the fact that she needs to get some shots in on goal, just like her teammates, because otherwise it's going to be the Oshuala show. Kickoff just moments away. The restart. Such an important 45 minutes for the Nigerian women's football team. The 10-time winners keen to stay ahead and get the right result. It's 1-0 for Nigeria. And with Cesaro Shuala scoring that only goal. But forced to put one of their players back in defence. And Christy Ochibi is the player. Not that it's too much of an issue for her. She's quite comfortable just moving back from a midfield, a more defensive midfield role to literally in the back four. Harley and Co working their magic. There you can see Ochibi straight in for the challenge and then back in position. And Rashida Ajibade, the captain of Paris Saint-Germain. Playing more of a defensive role, forced to come back. I mean, it just adds there's more running, there's more cover play, there's more energy consumed when you have to cover for an 11th player. Here's Nachula. Nachula's throw has been picked up and a chance. Anybody going to get on the end of it? Knows the answer to that. It's Chigini. No one's gone for that. That's all the way back to Nadozi.
Yeah.
Very physical, very feisty first half it was. Jibade gets the ball to Oshuala. That's well marshalled at the back. Great strong play there from Lushobo. Mawimba, plays based in Turkey. blocking and just marshalling at the back. So important. Banda just has her foot taken away from her, and again you can see the fouls are coming against her. What they're doing is the player catching her heels as she still managed to untangle herself from the challenge. Just look how strong she's pinned down on the ground, and she's just racing away. Low gravity, but still staying on her feet until a little bit of contact there. From the Washington Spirit player.
Jesus.
Now, Grace Chander has provided us with so many little chips and lobs into the penalty area. Really got to go for a shot. They got no shots on goal, and I think that with Nora Buckley knows that they've got to turn things around. I'm just wondering whether or not Rachel Kundonanji of AFC will unleash a beast of a shot from there. With Chander. We'll try something. Here we go. It is the long-range shot that comes in. It's a fabulous effort from Rachel Kundonanji. And a great save there as well from Brighton's Ndadozi. She does very well. Maka Ndadozi. Well, there's your first shot on target. Drilled in, front post, there's the header. And it's the setup there for a shot. Another effort maybe. Oh, that's gone a little bit wide. The idea was good, but for Irene Lungu, she couldn't quite get some force, velocity behind that. But just look at that, some fabulous free kick. That really was from Kundonanji. And look at it coming around. Look at the curl on that. Nigeria will be making a change. Sofia Imoran, who's heading off. And Shukrat Oladipo will come on to replace her. The 21-year-old AS Roma player. Ball just running out over the line. A long ball down the line. Smashed upfield by Wimba. The offside flag would have gone up if she'd have gone for that. Nicely done, very smooth. Just come on, Oladipo. The pressure here is taken very quickly by Nachula. Good use of the goalkeeper, the Zesco and Dora girls player Hazel Mali collected, and a good block for that. That's what she brings to the game. A little bit of pressure on the back line. You always have to put a bit of pressure on the defence, even if they look as though they've got acres of space. Sometimes a little lack of concentration, a little mishap. The end result can be a missed kick or a poor pass. You pounce, you score. The strikers know that. It's a little bit too far, and Natura. Ball against the captain, Ajibade. Nicely picked up by the captain. That's a good pass. It's too close to the goalkeeper. The idea was fantastic. You see the player out wide. You see the space there. You just got to get the accuracy right. Otherwise, it will just go straight to an opponent. Played there. Looks like it is Lucy. Thanks for Olivia Wynn in the United States of America, 29 years of age.
Did the kids survive the dogs?
Goes back to the right position. And Alozi will take this. Down the line it goes. And for a goal kick.
In the name of Jesus. Kill this boy.
Pressure is on Zambia to score. Well, a little bit lucky there, but still the ball at her feet, Kanu. And the defence, not made of copper, but made of steel. Nice ball left side. A little bit of space. A little bit of space to dance the shot. It's a rasping drive cutting in from the cold out wide. And a scoring opportunity. No problem with being onside. That was the moment she cuts in. She's tall, she's got big strides. She can't quite keep it down. And if that would be well weighted, that would have just floated over the top. And the other end, they've got to be careful. Bit of pressure there just on the Nigerian defence. The corner's been won. And now it's the Copper Queens at the other end who've got something to try and do. Driven fiercely towards the front post and cleared. Did look a little bit awkward. Doesn't matter. He's got the difficult job of trying to deal with Banda. But Banda is a handful. There it is, going float over, a little chip there. Well, it was going towards goal. First time we've seen an effort like that from a corner today in Group C. So it was Malawi earlier today, literally coming off the crossbar, almost conventionally. Cleared at ball, but oh, I love that. That's what you call class. And the foul that's been committed over on that far side.
Oh.
Yeah, that's well cleared. You know what's waiting for it if she didn't manage to punch it away. Free kick Nigeria. kind of on her own, isn't she? Oshuala doesn't change that much, but if she can deal with traffic, but I'd rather be another teammate just to do a little bit of helping hand, whether it's a decoy-like role or a bit of contact there. The referee not immediately reacting. Acres of space. Oh, there was a pass out to the right that should have been made. A little header that goes over the top. That might have gone a little bit too far. Nanji picks the ball up, still in play. There's a chance to try and fire something in. Far post, an opportunity for a header. It's headed back into the penalty box, but snatched and easily picked up there by Nadozi. That's a great header back. Love those headers because it's in front of the goalkeeper, a little bit close to the goalkeeper. Otherwise, it would have been a lot better. But there's the flailing arms that swiped to Rashida Ajibade. Well, it's the quick ball, Oshuala. She can't quite control that. She's got the goal. It's going to be a foul against Zambia. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think Josephine Njiku of Kenya has done a marvellous job. That has been a tough match to officiate today. So many things to look at, so many things off the ball you've got to keep an eye on as well. Ready, Oshuala. That's a beautiful ball, that really is. Oh, if she can only pull that back, she's going to get a free kick as well. There's a little bit of contact, enough for the referee to say, yeah, that was contact. That's a foul. Nachula on the Paris Saint-Germain winger. The only Paris Saint-Germain player in this team, of course. We've got Jennifer Echegini. Echegini is the 25-year-old midfielder. And here is Jennifer Echegini. Trying to patrol the busy part of the pitch. Nicely floated into the box. And a couple of queens trying to race out. Through ball to Banda. Kill, it doesn't happen. That's another foul. Nigeria need to be careful. They need to be very careful. Washington Spirit midfielder will be done on this occasion. Just getting in the way of Pili, who's very sneaky, very cunning, very crafty in the way that she collects with skills. Close body control, quick movements as well, so she can move the ball away before you can even sort of prepare yourself to react. She's already moved in. And in the way of her, she'll foul. Whip behind, goes straight into the hands of Nadozi. Ajibade. A little lunge from behind, and that was all that was needed. And now we go. So starting off again in the second half, the tackle from behind. And we got a change for Zambia. And it's Aaron Lungu who's going off. Tongo comes on to replace her. Ibrahim Katongo. She's based in Israel, playing for Ranana FC. Chance here, racing off Uchebe. Oh, she gets knocked down. No foul. Just runs into a player. And Chibini once again. That's a good ball. A little bit too close. She would have happily raced onto that if it was down in the corner. Ajibade. Have a look at this again. Yeah, I think it was just a collision more than anything else. Ball out to the left side. Long range shot. What doesn't happen has been picked up. And a wonderful little battle. It's going to be a corner. That's great work. All credit. Got to put pressure on the defence. I always talk about that, but it was not easy for Rabat, the Red Arrows player. Hustled and hassled by Michel Alouzi. Ajibade will try and loft this towards one of her centre backs, or Sisal Shawala has that height advantage. As the ball drills in, header at the front post just to clear the lines. Picked up again by Alouzi. Well, she's on an onside position. Well, that's surely just going to be a throw-in. We're looking for something more than that. Oh, it's a foul on the ref, on the goalkeeper, of course. Alouzi. So yeah, Nally, there it is. There she is. That's the push. She was running in. Nothing in it. It's just a corner. Throw-in, sorry. And it's going to be a long one, it appears. Someone's got to take it. Copper Queens. We'll have to leave that for Nigeria. Oladipo. Nonanji, acres of space, waiting for a little bit of support. Cuts inside. There's the acceleration. Watch out. She's put it on the left foot. She goes for the shot. It's a delight to the eye, but it's just a little bit too high. Well, the Bay FC player shaking off a marker and cutting inside. That's the danger. And that's what the Copper Queens are capable of doing. And that was the gnarly touch. Fabio doing it. Now, Schwaller's going to go off. Here's what will come on it. There she is scoring her goal. Oh, another chance, another player down. Ayinde's come on as well. Well, will she be a hero at the end of the day? Will Nigeria get the 3 points that they need to pursue their journey here in Morocco? Here's Lua looking for the ball there. She's the Pachuca player, another Mexican team. And here's Lua. Eighth minute goal scored by Cicero Schwaller. Christina Madugu, the 62-year-old head coach. Part of the women's Nigeria women's team from 2012. Picked up by Majid Dabe. There's a chance the flag stays down. It's all set up there. Is it a goal? Oh, it's just skimmed the roof of the net. And the flag's gone up though. Danger. Here's Zul. Yeah, miles offside. But Nachula, the 40-year-old right back, will head off now. The one's coming on, Chipasula. Ball, play it down in the penalty box. And then Wanza coming on, the elite ladies player, defender, 19 years of age, to replace Nachula, who's more than twice her age. The protection of the ball at the back from Lushomo Mumimba. Theory going down. Chipasula and Oladipo having a little bit of a tussle. played. It's a clumsy challenge. It's a clumsy challenge. It's lashing out. You know what? You can see that again. It's just careless, isn't it? It's Chipasula just kicked the ball, but kind of late on the Dubadi. I don't really see too much of Barbara Banda in the second half. He's it's like the fact that they've got an extra player on the pitch. They need to just find that space. It's a good bit of running, that really is. Fantastic surge forward. That's going to be a yellow card for sure. He's nowhere near able to race down and hit the Chigini. Picking up her first, second yellow after Chileshi in the first half. Jennifer and Shigini working really hard. Love the striding moves that she takes in the midfield. Now what are they going to try and do here? So for everybody in the middle, there's a chance there. That should have been headed towards goal. And that would have been surely the second goal for Nigeria. There was a little bit of contact on Ajibade, but take a look at this again. No offside there, it's all good. It's just like Ihezua was literally on her own. She just needed to get that angle header towards the corner. And I know it's difficult to, try and shift your head in the right position the moment that it falls into your path. It didn't look like it was that difficult, but there's traffic in front of you as well. So if it all opens up and you manage to see exactly where you are, there's no foul going against Zambia, as they go in search of something here, but the midfield battle has taken a different kind of flavour since Nigeria lost one of their players. Oh, this Theory goes down, no foul against her. There was a cross who clears the ball. A decent ball down. And that's going to be a corner, I think. No, it's going to be a free kick. But she's worked socks off Michelle Aloisi. The way that she's protecting the ball, she really does put her body on the line when she's trying to defend at the back. As numerous times we've seen her on the ground, she's being tripped because she's just done a sterling job, keeping it really safe. Last 15 minutes. Taken quickly. Upper Queens. Eager for an equaliser. There's the high ball that's come over. Kunananchi couldn't quite control. There's no foul. That was just all accidental, and an opportunity here. That's great work. There's the ball. And collects it here once again. They had a chance to push forward. And again, Nigeria on the attack. It's been picked up by the captain. Tubade has a cross knocked straight off the body of of a Zambian player. Lovely work. This is great from Oladipo. As the cross coming in is floated over, taken well by Nali, who comes to the rescue. And they're just looking for Banda immediately. Good, strong defensive work at the back from Mohale. Kundananji with a bit of an injury there. Something's happened there. She went down. That was the issue. So I don't know what is muscular, but Popo is going to come on to replace her for sure. Direction from the Swiss coach is, yeah, get her off. Let's protect her. We need her to be safe. Don't mess around. And on comes Popo. Popo, Liaoning Shenyang Shenbei player based in China. Lots of experience. Zambia might realise that it's going to go all down to that clash against Malawi next week. This is delivered to the penalty box, taken well by Nali. Again, lovely touch. Good, strong defensive marshalling at the back from Nigeria. Shuala's 8th-minute goal is the only goal so far. And a red card for Nigeria, floated into the penalty box. Headed out, cleared. Masula. Katongo unable to find it. The teammate out wide. A bit of pressure on the Zambian defence. He's racing hard, but that's not the ball down the line that she wanted to deliver. Mwimba with a change for Nigeria. And this time, Uchenna Kanu of Cruz Azul is going to be replaced by Ijeoma Okoronkwo of AFC Toronto. Okoronkwo. They'll chase everything. They're going to bring on for the last 10 minutes. Well, Fury's got great skills, very wily as well. That's a good ball down the right side. Now Zambia pushed it into the middle. A chance to try and get a shot in potentially. Not in an offside position, but dealt with at the back. Until Barbara Banda gets involved. She goes down quite quickly though, doesn't she? And I think that you can see that Christy Ochibi is just suggesting that there was no contact at all. We've got another Nigerian down on the ground at the other end. Nothing there, I don't think. A little bit of frustration there coming from Uchibi. A very physical game. Been a lot of battles going on. That was the moment that Fury poached the ball. Look at that. And that was the little bit of contact there. Ajibade, the through ball, just look at this, little bit of hesitation there from Hazel Mali to come out, didn't know how the ball would bounce. She did well, she did really well to block that first shot, so unlucky. It's just because Oshuala is tall, strong, and she follows through and the ball comes off her leg and runs with a goal. Shalaluzi. Goes off to receive some treatment. Good idea, good old group. Rabat had a difficult time out there. The Nigerian defence. We saw that she didn't manage to force Oluwatosin Demihin off the pitch because she wrestled her to the ground. Banda. Corner. Blasting the shot. Can't concede, can't afford to concede a goal. It's taken very quickly here. Chanda, but the referee not ready for that. We'll take it again. I didn't blow my whistle. Now it's good. Fury. It's been stepped up, there's a chance. It's been set up for a volley. Connection. And there's the shot, it's a low grass cutter. And smothered there by Brighton goalkeeper, Ndozi. A little bit of contact on Okoronkwo. Just sneaked between the legs there, was going wide. Big 3 substitutions, Nigeria, got 2 more. Oh, look at that, bit of magic, Ajibade. There's the cross coming over. Okoronkwo, I think she handballed it, didn't she? Yeah. Bouncing back off her hand. Fury. Lovely 1-2. Oh, it's a firm challenge there, but it's coming from a little bit from behind. The referee's not too happy with that at Chigini. And you can see what happens there. She'll miss the next match. She's already picked up a yellow. It's a bit low. She's been solid in the midfield. 3 more minutes remaining. Nigeria holding on as they go in search of their first points. Banda goes down. Barbara Banda on the ground. For the first time we've seen that happen. Doesn't get anything. It's gone a little bit too far. The idea was good. Got to be careful there, Christy Ochebe. I mean, that was just a big time chop tackle, wasn't it? We missed the game against Egypt. Lovely back heel. Now, Okoronkwo flies over the top as he tries to sneak down the wing. With the firm, solid defensive challenges coming in from the Copper Queens. Comes an end to that move. Long throw for Nigeria. Oh, the flick header was a good idea from Yezuo. She needs to have someone behind her to latch onto that. Oh, the attempted through ball, that was a good idea. Okoronkwo picks it up though. He's on their own. So poked out wide towards Yezuo. That's a good ball, that's a great ball. Now the chance to push forward and price open the defence here. Rashida Ajibade, nice through ball, it comes back on the deep ball, gets the touch there off the Zambia defenders, goes out for a corner. Now they've got to make the most of this. 5 minutes of additional time for them to hold on to this result and get the win. And join Zambia with 3 points, 3 behind leaders Malawi after match day 2. Or not. Okoronkwo trying to use up
Hulk smash.
Successfully
Oh,
squeezed out a few extra seconds.
Hulk smash.
And they also managed to win the corner. Oh, it's perfectly delivered there. I thought that Yezuo would just latch onto that. It goes over the back and out the back door, collected here and racing up on that right-hand side is Mwanza and co. Chance them to try and do something. Copper Queens, excellent work once again. You can see that Chikini, the PSG player, has just been prolific, and Banda are able to latch onto that ball that whizzed over right through the penalty box. 3 minutes remaining. hard-fought battle taking place here in Group C. Right, just in enough to get a little touch there. That was crucial. Mwanza and toe poke. Quote-unquote, rushing down over the top of Katongo. Seems to be okay. To the last 2 minutes we go. A little bit of pressure here now. Fury collects. Draws it back to Katongo. Out wide is Mwanza. Mwanza intelligently getting the ball into the penalty box. Give it to Barbara Banda. To prove it, Mark's woman, she knows what to do. It's Berry going off down towards the byline. The final touch takes the ball out of play for a goal kick. They're holding on. The Super Falcons, the 10-time champions of Africa. The defending champions. Gaining revenge over the team who crushed them in the last year. Great battling there again. Okonkwo dispossessed finally. The long ball towards Banda. Oh, Fury's touch is a masterclass in control. The ball just doesn't get past the defense. Banda's there. No, that's exactly what you needed to do. Kick it away with seconds remaining. You can see that Hazel Nally has collected this. They need to get it in the box. They need to pump it up. That's exactly what she's done. She sent it high up. Now getting the ball out wide. A long-range shot coming in, maybe. Fury. There's the lofted ball towards Banda. She can't get it. It's been picked up here. Look at the control. There's a shot that goes high. And Grace Chanda had an equaliser in her grasp. And she knows it. And that's surely the last chance. Saloon doors are being closed. There it is, the final whistle, and the Super Falcons survive. They win, they march forward. Having lost to Malawi 3-2, they finally beat Hassel. So much concern in all different categories. And for Zambia, they valiantly. They just couldn't quite get the equaliser. The final score, Nigeria 1, Zambia 0.